Here's more of the Bill Post Radio Show on KYKN. Salem is listening.
All right, Sandra, if you're listening still and you call back, I had to drop you there for a minute because I had a limited amount of time here to get to this call, and a call that I've been waiting for, and that is Dan Lucas. Dan, how are you?
Very good, Bill.
Dan is, now, okay, tell me, you're just a volunteer with Common Sense, or you're connected with them somehow?
Yes, my wife and I have done quite a bit of volunteering with Common Sense for Oregon. It's obviously where our daughter Teresa works.
Right. Okay, I know I met you guys last summer at the fair. You were volunteering with Common Sense, and that's Ross Day's group, and we hear from Teresa quite a bit. I understand you got to go to the, whatever you call it, the debate, the discussion between Bruce Hanna and Dave Hunt. Tell me, how did that go?
It was very interesting. Yeah, they were talking about measures 66 and 67, and it was at the North Clackamas Chamber of Commerce. And I know here in Washington County, like the Beaverton and Hillsborough chambers are very, very much for a no vote on the measures. But that North Clackamas chamber was a little bit different.
Really?
Yeah. It had a little bit more left feel. In fact, one of the people I saw had a badge on, for the chamber, and it said Holistic Pet Clinic. Yeah, so that gives you.
All right, wait a minute. Okay.
I don't think they're necessarily as, a typical chamber. But
all right, so North Clackamas, that's what, Oregon City?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and they seem to be on very good terms with Speaker Hunt.
Wow. Okay. How did it feel? How did the give and take go? What was it like?
I think actually Bruce did an amazing job. He really hit some of the bigger things. Like talking about that the Republicans had a back-to-basics budget that really solved a lot of these problems without increasing taxes. In fact, one of the things that was real frustrating when Speaker Hunt, he's a very slick speaker.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and he kept talking about this budget hole. They had to do something to fill the budget hole. And Representative Hanna, he hit on that pretty good because there is no budget hole.
No, they raised it.
Exactly. They raised it, and Bruce said this. They raised it over $4 billion from the previous biennium, and in somebody's fantasy mind, that's a budget hole. The only hole here is in our pockets.
Wow. I know they were like, they raised the budget like 12%. Then they cut it down to 9.4, and they say, "Well, see, we cut the budget."
Exactly.
And I know,
exactly.
I bet you. So
Dave tried that with my boss. He didn't buy it.
Yeah, exactly. Nowhere else in the world does that work.
Yeah, in fact, he had me tested for drugs when I tried that.
Well, I think Dave Hunt should be tested, but let's not go there. Okay, so Bruce Hanna hit him pretty good, pretty hard.
He did.
Was Dave pretty slick? Did he get out of it? Do you think that this North Clackamas group was convinced one way or the other?
I think because the North Clackamas group seemed to be generally predisposed to Speaker Hunt, that I don't think those folks were very swayed. But I think the people who were in the middle probably got the message that Bruce was bringing, which is the group that ultimately we have to win over.
Did anybody stand up and say "gracias" just by chance?
No.
Oh man. None of our people were there. Where were our spies, our infiltrators?
I don't know.
They were supposed to stand up and just say, "Representative Hunt, gracias." It did, man. Okay, well, all right. So Dan, thank you, Dan Lucas.
You're very
welcome. His daughter Teresa works for Ross Day at Common Sense for Oregon. So you went to that. Thanks for reporting on that, and you feel free to do that anytime. Okay.
Will do. Thank you, Bill.
All right. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Dan Lucas helping us out with what happened with Dave Gracias Hunt, and Representative Bruce Hanna, a great conservative who is from the Roseburg area. Of course, we've had him as a guest here several times, and he is fantastic, and he's all over this thing, ballot measure 66 and 67.